Recording. All right, guys, this is Jace LeJeune from Gridiron Football, and once again, we have our Player of the Week interview show, and we got ourselves a special guest in our Week 9 Gridiron Football Player of the Week. I know last year we had a Defensive Player of the Week last year from Dutchtown High School, but going into this year is like, okay, when is a defensive guy going to finally win Player of the Week for us? And it took us about late in the season to finally get that done, and it is McDonogh 35 defensive end slash outside linebacker, Peyton McFarland. So, Peyton, congratulations on being our Gridiron Football Player of the Week. And yeah, round of applause, coach. Round of applause. That is just awesome. 17,000. Hear this, Peyton. 17,911 people voted for you to be Player of the Week. Talk about the Ron Eagles support and for all those people supporting a defensive player to win our National Player of the Week.
I know we have a great alumni, and they always come support us every game, week in and week out. So shout out to the Ron Eagle alumni.
What do you think about that,
students
Coach?
also. Hey, well, I think that the student administrators, the alumni, everybody did a great job posting it and making sure they could vote within the time frame. I think Peyton did a good job at the game. He had a lot of sacks. I've seen, and I know he does it week in, week out. So every week he could be Player of the Week. But this one particular time, somebody got a chance to really see him.
Yeah,
that's a good deal for him.
Yeah, absolutely. I know Grant Sasher, he's trying to come on. I'm sure we'll get him once this is pretty much over. I'm sure he'll jump on board with us. He's having some problems right now. But he'll eventually come on. But I know he was at that game personally and saw Peyton have that performance, and he told me, Jace, Peyton has to be on here. So I was like, oh yeah, I believe your word. And to do that in a shutout, right, Coach? I know you're a defensive guy yourself. 31-0 win over Frederick Douglass to win y'all the district championship. So how fitting was that for you as a defensive guy yourself to win the district championship in a shutout?
Well, our goal every week is to make sure we shut opponents out. And the whole the defensive side of the ball did a great job. Coach Hinkle does a great job with them, and they make sure they are very knowledgeable about what's going on, and also they have a relentless attitude. They don't give up, and they're gonna come and make plays. And it was fitting for us to do that because the whole summer, the coaches, we used to talk about, man, look, I don't think nobody will score on us this year. We had one bad game on defensive side of the ball, and that was against St. All, because we had an hour and a half first quarter, so everybody kind of got lax. Had a 3.5 hour game, so that was kind of 3.5 hour 4 hour game, so it's kind of a long game. But after that, we went back to the drawing board and did what we had to do on the defensive side of the ball, So It was very fitting that the champion be the district championship, quote unquote, would have been a 31-0 game, and I like that, And I hope the momentum carry over for the playoffs. That's next week,
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, defense wins championships, and when yourself a district championship, that's for sure. Before we go back to Peyton, I know Grant just joined us as we're having the conversation. Grant, I know that you spoke really highly of Peyton, and you were there. You actually interviewed Coach after the game too, after they won district championship last week. So you were there in person. What can you say about Peyton's performance, being live there in person and seeing him ball out like he did? I think you're muted, Grant. Some technical difficulties too, of course. But when we get Grant back, we can get him. But we go back to Peyton, man. So yeah, just your stats. I mean, overall, you had 11 tackles, 6 TFLs, and I believe it was 4 sacks as well. So just coming to that game, I bet you had a lot of confidence entering that game. Did you thought that you would have the performance that you would have in that district championship winning performance?
Yeah, I came in with that mindset because a couple years ago when we played them on homecoming and they actually beat us, had I think about 4.5 sacks that game. So I went in and said I need at least like 4 today, and
Yeah.
I got it done.
Yeah, you certainly did. And I know I think we'll try Grant again to see if it works this time. But Grant, you were there in person. You're able to see his performance live in person. I know Peyton just said that he was feeling good about it and have that performance from just watching from the sideline. What you thought about Peyton's performance?
So one of the things I noticed about your performance, Payne, was that you're really fast off the edge, and when you're really fast off the edge, um, it kind of it allows you to kind of move past the left tackle and maybe a little bit more heavier set, and then also it creates pressure off the edge where the quarterback's always feeling, oh man, this guy's coming behind me, I better start running. So when you have pressure off the edge, it just kind of malfunctions the offense. So Peyton, I just want to ask, where does that speed come from? Is that kind of just just working on your speed off the edge, or is that more of, oh, I just want to go kill the quarterback?
It's more. It's like a lot of work we put into it. Like over the summer, we got Cy Martin here now. He was a great pass rusher here. Back in 2016, I believe.
2016.
Yeah. And Coach Hingle, he also helped me out. Also, Coach Chuck Stevens, he's not here no more, but he helped me as well, like becoming a better pass rusher over the years.
Yeah, and that certainly helps. You're with a guy in Coach Daggs that's taught and coached a lot of great defensive players I've seen over the years. What's it like being around Coach Daggs and again to learn under a guy like that? I know I'm sure Coach is going to love this answer right here.
I'll keep it short. I'll just say it's never a dull moment. It's always good being around Coach Daggs. Great guy.
What is the biggest area that you've improved since Coach Daggs has been coaching
you? I would say biggest area probably like mentally. Yeah,
Man, the relentless attitude on the field and knowing that he cannot be defeated. And when you walk, every time you put your hand in the dirt, you have to make sure you win every battle, destroy every battle. And that's the mindset they have. That's the mindset I've been having over here for the last 20 years now. Defensive linemen especially. If you line up, you're going to dominate. That's it. And that's how it's been.
Yeah, for sure. And Coach, you like I said, I mean, you coach a lot of great defensive players. You coach a lot of great defensive backs that came through this program too. So I mean,
Right.
really all three levels. But Peyton, as far as his skill and talent and just his upside, where do you see him as far as like his potential, what he could be?
Peyton has a mind. Peyton could play defensive end / outside linebacker, right? And on the next level, he should be outside linebacker, maybe a safety, because he might could turn the hips and run a little bit. But at the same time, his frame and stature is the outside linebacker in a 3-4 defense if he gets like an inch or two taller. That's what all the college coaches are saying, I know he can play on any level in college right now. And that's what people recruiting him as an outside linebacker right now. But at the same time, I know he can play defensive end if need be. And the 3-4 outside linebacker is just like a defensive end, rushing off the edge, And that's his specialty, coming off the edge. They can't block it if they can't touch it,
Got a good point there. Definitely got a good point there. For sure, Coach. Before I go back to Grant, if he has anything else to add, just really for you, Peyton, what's been kind of the recruiting process been for you right now? Any schools showing you any offers or has shown you any interest right now?
I've been talking to Southern coaches, Alcorn, and UTSA recently this season.
Okay, that's for sure. Any schools that really stand out to you? Any schools that you really enjoyed growing up and say, hey, If I given the opportunity, I would love to play there.
Uh,
Still on the side, just whoever gives me an opportunity.
Man, look, he gonna play whoever give him opportunity, he want to play football. A lot of schools come in and out of here the last couple of years and recruiting and stuff. They like them. They stay in contact with them. And this new style of recruiting is kind of getting under my skin right now because of the fact that they are recruiting kids. They're loving them, but at the same time, there's something called a transfer portal that they're gonna have to renege on some of their offers and take if some of their kids left to go somewhere, they gotta come back and get an older kid or a kid that they can replace their kid with. You know what I'm saying? So some of this stuff is kind of getting out of hand. But I know this kid right here, Peyton McFarland, could play anywhere on anybody's field, if he's given the opportunity.
Yeah, the film never lies.
Hey,
Grant, you have anything to add?
Yeah, hey Peyton. So the other day when we were going through, I think it was the final day of voting, like going through the final hours, Jace got 2 phone calls from both your mom and your aunt, wondering if you won, yada yada yada. So, how have they impacted your life, and not only that on the playing field as well? Are they like a major motivator for you?
Yeah, every time I step on the field, I say to myself that I'm doing it for them. I'm trying to get to the next level and trying to live a good life just because they raised me to be the great young man I am today.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
right.
That's
and
great.
Peyton is Peyton have a great foundation. Talk about his mom and aunt, and also he has good grades. So that's another aspect of it. He could probably go to school for academics and then play football if he really wanted to. Football, he loves it, but at the same time, he has something to back it up with the academics he has.
Right.
That's always good.
Were you playing a major in college?
I'm majoring in sports medicine and kinesiology in that field.
Okay.
That's cool. That's cool. For sure. So you definitely want to get involved with sports too, after your playing days are over. Still being around the sidelines and giving back to the community. I'm sure that's going to be something that you really want to do. Stay involved with football.
Yes, sir.
Right, because I know I tell all the kids, whenever it's time for you to think of a major, don't do like I did. Think about something you could see yourself doing for the next 20 years. You know what I'm saying? And when you don't mind waking up to go to work and do. When I was in school, I thought I wanted to be a physical therapist. So I go in college the first year, I want to be a physical therapist. And I realized I love football. I love sports. But, physical therapy, yeah, you do mess with athletes and work with them and stuff, but it's not that much hands-on with the X and O's of the game, or actually playing the game. So that's when I changed my major and became a health and physical ed major. Because I wanted to go back in the school system and teach and coach, Yeah. But I tell all the kids, think about what you want to do for the next 20 or 30 years of your life that you don't mind waking up to go to work and do. That's going to make sure your career be extended,
Absolutely. You pretty much hit the nail on the head right there, Coach. And I know you talk about getting involved with coaching. And I know Coach, the late legendary Wayne Reese Sr., he's just a legend in the New Orleans area. And I know he's made a big impact on you. Winning this district championship, what does that mean? Just like, giving thanks to Wayne, Coach Reese, and just say, hey, Coach, we did it. And just kind of give memory back to how he's helped you as a coach.
Well, he helped me a whole lot, man. Look, sitting in the office the other day, I realized the last time we won, it was in 2019, and me and him was in the office together, and that's the last time we won this championship. 4 years later, the guys that started out here as freshmen that year, that was a COVID year, if I'm not mistaken, the COVID year, and they came and they battled through all that stuff. They senior, they're going out with a district championship. That's I'm happy with that. I'm real happy with that. But guess what? It's playoffs time now.
Yeah.
New season.
Yeah.
Now let's try to go to the bigger and better things now. We went to the second round of the playoffs last year. Let's try to extend it, go to the third or fourth round. Who said, hey, we make it go to the dome? That's our goal.
Yeah. Yeah, you never know. You never know. Grant, you have anything else?
No, well, I'll say this though. I love the fact that we finally have a guy from New Orleans on the list, as somebody from New Orleans. I was kind of waiting and waiting. We had we had guys from Lafayette, guys from Texas, but I was like, can we get somebody from New Orleans? So when Payne was on top of the whole poll list, I was like, please stay on top, please stay on top, please stay on top. And when the final hour came, I'm like, oh wow, he's on top. And so it means a lot to me that guy from New Orleans is on the list, and it also means a lot to you and the McDonogh 35 community that we're able to get somebody from McDonogh 35 as a player of the week for Gridiron Football. And this isn't just a Louisiana thing; this is a national thing too. So you're getting a lot of recognition for you winning player of the week.
That's good. That's great. That's great.
Absolutely. Grant texted me that morning. He was following the polls and texted me 2 words. It was the first text message I got that morning, and it was 7th Ward. That's it. Then exclamation point. So that was pretty much a text that morning.
Yeah, 7th Ward.
7th Ward. Yep. So that's why I got that text message that morning. So really, guys, also last question for both of y'all. I know you mentioned playoffs coming up, and I believe y'all don't have a game this week, right, Coach?
No.
Okay.
We are off this week, and we're getting ready to see what's going to happen tonight and tomorrow night.
Absolutely. Just what's kind of the week been like? I know y'all in playoff mode right now. Y'all just waiting what the brackets are going to be revealed this weekend. But just what y'all been focused on this week, as knowing that the next team will be playing with playoffs.
Back to basics, back to fundamentals, making everything right, dotting all I's, crossing all T's. That's what we've been doing this week.
And then wrapping it up with Peyton, last 2 questions there. What do you think about this Ron Eagles football team? The playoffs are coming. It's win or go home. So how you feel about the Ron Eagles chances?
I got real high hopes, especially because it's my last year. Make sure everybody on the same page, everything's clicking the right way. And hopefully we could keep on dominating going into the playoffs and get a shot at the dome.
Absolutely. I have to end this interview with one more thing, guys. Like Grant said earlier, both your mom and your aunt called me and say, "Oh, did he win? Did he win?" It's like he definitely won. So make sure to watch the show and everything. So they did. And your mom, she got double the good news because we told her that you're going to be invited to the bowl game. So just last thoughts on that. What does that mean to get invited to have one more senior game representing the Ron Eagles, representing McDonogh 35, and what are your thoughts on being invited to play in the Gridiron Football American Bowl game?
I'm honored to be invited and hope to see everybody there. And
a good opportunity to showcase his talent and also put some more film together to go to the next level.
Absolutely, Coach, and hopefully you make it too, Coach. We love to have you for sure, and then obviously, guys, good luck the rest of the way. Congratulations to Peyton on being a Gridiron Football Player of the Week. We appreciate you a lot, Coach Daggs, as well. One of the best guys and coaches out there in Louisiana. So we always love catching up with you guys. And for Grant Chachere and Jace LeJeune, and congratulations to both y'all guys. Enjoy this week off, like a bye week for y'all, and we'll get to see y'all what's in the playoffs coming soon.
Thank you, man. Thank you for having us, man.
Yes, sir. All right. Appreciate it, guys.